There's a whole bunch of names, but you decide to choose J2. What's the story behind that?
There's a lot of reasons behind my name, J2. There's a lot of ways I come across, and originally it was J2 because there's two different ways I could come across in my music. I first started out like singing, and then I was climbing here and there. But so it's J2 is I could come off two or more. A lot of, if you listen to my music, I come off a lot of different. So what I mean, I don't just come off
different, diverse in all different feel.
Yeah, whatever I'm feeling on the song, that's what I do. Whatever the music is telling me. That's.
Now, how did you get started in this business?
It's just a natural thing. I mean, I grew up, listening to my father. Always a natural thing. So I always had the voice. So I started out young singing. Quiet, and then eventually performing in plays and stuff like that.
At a level. Now, how would you describe your music out there to the viewers?
It's got a lot of versatility. The game right now is missing a lot of versatility, and it's just like I was saying before. I come across different ways in my music. I don't try to just do one song and just do one kind of style. A lot of different parts of my music because of my different influences. A little bit of everything.
Everything.
I even been on reggae. I've been on reggae tracks.
You see that? You see that? He's testing me now, but I'm not saying anything yet. Listen to me, J2. I listen to your tracks, them, and I like it, especially the last one right here. The last one is like, you have a female right then and there, what I'm saying, just drop that track on. For a guy, we don't have to say anything else in the ears. That's what I'm saying, because that track already just opened the way for us to just the business. That's what I'm saying. So ladies, trust me, gotta pick up that track, any which way. All right, J2, how would you, what I would say, when you're performing out there, what type of image you portray on stage? Some people come gangsters, some, I'm the girl's man, I got you, things like that. What type of image you portray when you're out there?
Well, I just, with everything I do, I just try to be me, I just try to do what I do, like there's different parts of me, like, sometimes I could be a little gangster, sometimes I could
be gully, you could
back, sometimes I could be a lot of different ways, so I just try
just
to
depend on your crowd and how the vibes that's going, right?
Yeah, I performed at a lot of couple of joints for everybody.
Okay. What about writing your music? You write your own tracks?
Mostly, I write most of my stuff.
Okay.
Every once in a while I do, some collaborations.
Okay.
Everything like that. I work with producers.
Okay.
You're gonna be hearing their name real soon. I sometimes write with this group called the Commission. They're a songwriting team they're really. Okay. Their stuff is off the chain. 95% of the stuff we hear is
you.
Me.
Oh no! What I want to know: how long you say you've been in the game now?
It's been a couple of years. It's been over
8-9 years. Okay, I'm gonna push you right back and then drag you right back forward. Now, looking back from when you started, so say the last 8 years to where you started and where you at now. How would you say your accomplishment is?
I just feel real accomplished now because like even the recent stuff I did in the studio, it just felt like there was so much like bogged up inside of me, and I finally got to really release that. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Get that music out. That's I got a lot of songs that I still got to get. It felt real good, this past winter to really go. I've been waiting.
And that's from the heart right there. Now, what about your influence? Who influences you?
I would say a lot of the older artists influenced me. Sam Cooks, older stuff, the stuff now, is alright,
Yeah.
but I get into a lot of the older stuff.
Yeah, it is a lot of craziness even right now, you know. And I'm glad that you say you do your own diverse thing and you try to bring that in to show your versatility and also what you have to offer. You know what I'm saying? Because the R&B market is crowded as hell.
Yeah.
And then when you could separate yourself, be your own person, and put a different style to whatever, that's what's out there. That's what people cling to. So
Yeah.
I like what you said on the early part of the interview there. That's pretty much nice. Where do you see yourself within the next 5 to 10 years?
Well, I see myself, I should be up there at the Grammys. I should be up there.
That's where it is. That's what you feel. That's what it is.
I feel I should be up there. I even have songs that people haven't heard yet. So I know that it's going to be serious ones.
Okay.
Just what you hearing now and what people are hearing now.
It's craziness.
It's a little taste of
it. It's just an appetizer
of
what you have. That's
the main course.
Okay. Now my question is, what type of friends you hang out with? What type of friends you have around you?
I have all different types of friends, I would say, but I think there's a difference between friends and associates.
Yeah.
Associates, and then there's your friends who are there, whenever you need them.
Yeah.
Most of my friends is pretty much like right now involved with music. Pretty much we eat, sleep, and breathe music.
There you go.
That's my whole surrounding right now.
Basically, you probably spend like 60% of your time in the studio just banging things out.
Yeah. If we're not doing that, we're writing to a.
Since you say writing to a track, do you write to go with a track, or you just write and then hoping they come up with a track that blend in? How do you do your writing?
Well, when I was working on my last project with Top Secret, I went in and we did a lot of songs without that. I would have a song. Or, they would have some tracks and they'd be like, oh, that's a hot track.
And then
let me write
let's write that.
Sometimes you feel like, oh, man, maybe
Which one is easier for you?
Got to write to, and I like the track. I'm gonna write to it. If I don't like the track, it could be a hot track. But if I don't like
you're not feeling
I can't
it.
Write to it,
Okay.
So it's just I just go on the feel, like what it tells me inside.
Okay.
What the music tells me inside.
Now earlier you also mentioned you could pop into the reggae and this and that. Now as an R&B artist, which other culture out there you could definitely see yourself merging with or doing a collabo with?
I think for me it really doesn't matter, because to me music is music.
Music, yeah.
And I can really like styles of music. So genres and stuff like that. The track you hear, Perfect Plan, is like, I had to come out the box to get on that track.
That's off the hook.
R&B music.
I'm gonna definitely leave that by my bedhead,
Yeah.
ladies. All right. Now, I got too much question for you. What about your family? So does your family support you? A lot of artists, they don't have family support from the start. They have friend support, but family comes in when you're really on your top of your grind. Now your music is banging in the club. That's some families. That's when yo, that's my cousin, and everybody's around you. Then, 8 years. You know what I'm saying? It's up to you if you want to touch the question and stuff. Because I get nosy and shit. I
got a shout out. My family right now. I got.
There you go.
My pop dukes. I got a shout out. My brother. I got a shout out.
Fams. Big
family.
shout out here.
Because that's what I grew up around. Like,
okay.
I grew up around music. That's all we, that's what we talk about. We're in the studio. We've done stuff. We've done records together. All kinds of stuff. My brother right now is working on his project too.
Wow.
So, we.
So
I
the
mean, I
family
grew up-
basically a lot. You grew up a lot around music.
Yeah,